I'm Mary.
I'm Maggie.
I'm Helen.
And you're watching
Word of Mouth.
Solidarity, solidarity, solidarity forever. We're proud to be working class. Solidarity forever.
We went to see Billy Elliot tonight.
I saw the movie, and I thought the movie was great.
I had heard of the movie. I had not seen the movie. I had a lot of people say, "Oh, Billy Elliot," they got all thrilled. My oldest daughter, says, "It's my favorite movie ever."
Billy Elliot is set in England in a small town that their main industry is mining.
It's northern London, northern England, I should say, and it's during the miners' strike in 1984.
I believe Margaret Thatcher has come into her regime in England and is closing down the mines.
Billy is the son of a miner, and his mom has died, and he has an older brother who is also a miner. And he's expected to take boxing.
He shows up for boxing class, and he's afraid to get hit, and he's afraid to hit.
He's just a kid, and they want him to box, and it's just not his shtick. And inadvertently, he finds himself trying to give keys to the dancing instructor, and he gets sort of suckered into dance and discovers it is his passion. He didn't know it, but it is.
Billy wants to dance, and his father thinks that that's not good, and that he thinks that Billy should be a miner and he should be into boxing.
The men of the family are on strike, and here's this youngster who wants to dance, and that is simply not acceptable for a man. And it is the family adjusting to the fact that this is the young man's genius and his dream, and that he needs to follow it.
The show is basically, be yourself and follow your dreams no matter what.
I understand that 3 youngsters play the title role.
Kirill Kulish played Billy this time, and he was really fantastic.
This young man, Kirill, whoever plays Billy, does have the show on his shoulders.
If Billy wasn't a strong actor, the whole show would just kind of crumble.
He was a really great dancer, and I give him a lot of credit. Tap dancing was right up there, so lots of gymnastics, and he did lots of really good stuff. I was really, I was standing in the middle of the show. I wasn't just standing at the end of the show. He was great. He was really very good.
Billy has a really amazing number called Electricity, and actually when we saw it, people started standing up to give him a standing ovation, and he kind of almost broke the fourth wall for a minute, and he was just like, "Oh my God."
Gregory Jabaro, as the father, was very, very nice. I didn't know what to expect, because he's this big swaggering man when he comes on, and not until the beginning of the second act, when he sings regarding his wife and the loss of his wife. Up until then, you're not on his side at all.
I've seen him in other things, but Gregory Jabara I thought was really very good.
Yeah, his role is really tough. He's really part of the really emotional core of the show. He doesn't crack many jokes. I thought he was good.
Mrs. Wilkinson runs the dance school at the gym, so tough, smoking, broad.
Mrs. Wilkinson is a long drink of water. She's a pistol, that one.
Hayden Gwynn played Mrs. Wilkinson, and she hit it spot on. She was so good at what she did.
She's really bold and foul-mouthed, and not your typical, nice dance teacher.
I understand she was in the original cast in London, and I'm so glad she came over, because once you see her, you can't imagine anyone else doing the role.
David Bologna played Michael tonight.
Michael is Billy's best friend.
Michael is how can we say this? Michael is a poof, which is how they call it, but he's in training. He's a little cross-dresser, and he's a sketch.
He has this great number about dressing up in his sister's clothes, and there's gigantic stuffed clothes dancing around.
Michael is just a riot, and in a way, he teaches his friend Billy how to be free and not to let what other people think of him matter.
The dancing was like nothing I've ever seen.
I liked the dancing, very much so.
The choreography was really, really great. I was surprised to see tap dancing in the middle of this show. I knew it was about a boy who wanted to go to the ballet, and saw some great tap dancing.
You're just sitting there thinking, oh, what else are they going to do? It's so imaginative, and it's so compelling.
There's a part where Billy's at a riot, and he's just tap dancing and hitting on the shields that the policemen have.
Elton John's songs were surprisingly diverse and really enjoyable. I did enjoy them a lot.
I liked the score. I like Elton John, so I guess that would help.
I would definitely go out and buy the cast album.
There are times when you find yourself a little, a little teardrop will form, but it's very uplifting.
It's not a real happy subject. These guys are on strike and they're not making any money and they don't have any money to spend and they're hand to mouth, but you feel happy and joyful for all of the things that are going on.
It's not a comedy, but it's not a drama. It's sort of in between.
I think kids could see it because it tells them to follow their dreams. And they need that. They need that affirmation.
It's a really good message for the kids. There were some swear words in there, but then again, these kids are not immune to it. So it's something that I think it's a great show for kids to see. Really, really great shows. Really great show for kids to see.
And you get so swept up in everything from the very first minute until it's over. You know it has to end. I mean, it has to end, but you don't want it to. It just flies.
You feel a lot of different mixed emotions. It was just one of those shows that I'm never going to ever forget, really.
I liked everything about this show. I can think of no one, except maybe Scrooge, that I would not recommend to come see this show.
It's really good, and it has something for everybody in that if you're a person who likes straight plays and you really like a complex plot, it has that, but also it has the singing and the dancing, and it has basically everything.
And even in these economic hard times, it's worth the ticket. And it makes you feel good, and we all need to feel better.
Get your tickets as quickly as possible, and I already have my next set of tickets, so I'm going to see this twice.